I believe it's afternoon. Good afternoon. I'll be brief because of time. And I'd like to first pick up from where Professor Njiru said that he's talked about very many opportunities. And he talked about the gaps. Many opportunities, yet unemployment. And I want to challenge you. We need to move beyond the lab. Yes, we are scientists, but we need to move beyond the lab. And this I call from research to innovation, from innovation to commercialization. Do you know the process? Yes, we know the process from the lab, but how do you commercialize? Are you aware of how to come up with a business plan? Are you aware of how to, get into the market? How to assess the market receptivity? Are you aware of intellectual property rights? Financing, we have people from we have Sharon from Youth Enterprise Fund, and she'll talk more about the different financing plans you can get from them. So that is maybe something to think about while they set up the presentation I have from KYBNet. We were already introduced. KYBNet started, we are majorly working with 4 universities from Nairobi, that is Kenyatta University, University of Nairobi, Technical University of Kenya, and JKUAT, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. But we are looking to come, to move beyond Nairobi because the youth of this country are the people who are going to move us to the next step. They are saying that by 2030 we will be around 57 million, and that means we need to do business unusual. We need to embrace biotechnology. We need to find how to employ ourselves, right? Kenya Youth Biotechnology Network, and it all started, I remember the Deputy President, when he was the Minister for Education, came up with the BioAware Kenya. Basically, this was creating awareness on biotechnology in the country. And these 4 universities, leaders from these 4 universities actually sat down and thought that we should actually come up with a strategy on how the youth can be involved. And that is how the next slide please, that is how we came with a strategy known as the Youth Biotechnology Engagement Strategy, and hence KYBNet. So, it's been a process, and we are here today, and we are so grateful to Nakosti for hosting us and making such outreaches possible. So our identity, so KYBNet, just, that's Kenya Youth Biotechnology and Network. And I just explained we are under the BioAware program, which was initially started by the then Minister for Education and now our Deputy President, Honorable Ruto. Our vision is, next slide, an empowered youth in communicating modern biotechnology, its products, and issues of concern. Our mission is to empower the youth with relevant knowledge, skills, and attitudes to participate and engage in biotechnology awareness, governance, influence policy making, programming, framework development, advocacy, and monitoring and evaluation. The core values of KYBNet, the people you've seen here today, and the rest of the team, is integrity, professionalism, teamwork, equity, accountability, and excellence. We have 3 main objectives, and the first is to engage the youth in biotechnology awareness, sharing factual information about modern biotechnology, products, and issues of concern that will make Kenya a more informed citizenry. And here I'd like to say that, our parents, like Professor Njiru said again, sometimes, and I think Onesimus also said the same, our parents will tell us maybe GM is bad, I cannot embrace biotechnology, but they took you to school. It is our business to tell them what's right, separate wheat from chaff, right? The second is to offer a platform for youth and high school students mentorship. Sometimes we do high school mentorship, people need to discover themselves. It's good to know your career path as early as high school, because sometimes people waste their time in campus and decide that they're going to change their courses even after 2 years. That is a lot of wasted time. The third one is to initiate biotechnology youth enterprise program, which I'll talk about later on. So the next slide, please. So part of the activities we've been doing to engage the youth in biotechnology awareness is media engagement. And from what you can see from this photo, we had our team visiting Ghetto Radio sometime in 2013. And this is a photo they took from there, and it was a good outreach. The other one, as you can see today, we're engaging Youth TV. We are going to have this ad, and that is how we're engaging the media. We also have the annual Biosciences Seminar. Then there's an annual biotech fashion show. And I know the question here is how? How do you merge biotechnology and fashion show? There's someone from Moi University by the name Makumba Billy who came up with a cellulose-based dye. You know, they use this dye and you get different patterns in textiles, and they have their own textile industry in Moi University. And you see, they used biotechnology to actually come up with these dyes, which someone in the fashion industry can come up with so many different designs. And you know, as ladies, even gents nowadays, we like to dress, we like different patterns, we like something different. So that's one way that actually biotech and fashion come together. Then we also have debates between pro-GM and anti-GM groups, study visits to labs and confined field trials. We also have special sessions with farmers, because sometimes we talk a lot about biotechnology, tissue culture, but we need to know how is it affecting people out there, because the whole essence of research is making an impact to the society. We need to move beyond, I just need my degree, I need to graduate. We need to think, how is it going to affect the farmer down there, the smallholder down there, right? Annual inter-university biotechnology competitions. We are hoping this is going to spark a lot of conversations. We are hoping that this will bring more people into biotech, because this is the way we want to go. And like I mentioned, now we also hold campus career fairs, like we've done in KU, JKUAT, TUKA, and now CHUKA, and next week KYBNet and others to come. Second, mentorship programs coordinate high school reach-outs, as you can see. Facilitate leadership training for club leaders associated with KYBNet, because you know you cannot lead people if you don't have the necessary skills. It is always good to get molded, because we might go out there and mentor people, but we always need somebody to mentor us. Biotech mentorship programs for continuing and fresh graduates, where they explore career opportunities and experience through formal 6-month paid internships. Just to note here, we're still working on this, just to make sure that we can secure, because yes, people get attachments, they get internships, but we need to have paid internships. We need to get into MOUs that if it's January, your organization could take up to 6 people and they're supposed to be paid, right? Then the youth entrepreneurship program, where we're working towards self-employment. You know, we have been brought up knowing that white-collar jobs is the way to go. You know, if you're doing your biashara somewhere, you've not made it. But you've seen biotechnology is employing people. We've seen the figures. 7 billion plus turnover, right? So we will initiate a youth entrepreneurship program aimed at enhancing the knowledge and skills of all graduates in technical, communication, and entrepreneurship areas. And I just said what it stands for. The areas of training are requirements of a business plan. You remember that I said research, innovation to commercialization. So the requirements of a business plan, intellectual property, and patenting strategy. You know, we need to know all these things, utility models, all those things, trademarks, raising and managing finance, because if you don't know how to do this, I don't think your business is not going to collapse. Commercialization and marketing strategies. How do you reach out to your market? The case history. I know a tissue culture farmer somewhere. I want to start it. How did you start? What mistakes did you make so that I avoid them? So that we avoid the same cycle of events. Just to conclude now, I'd like to acknowledge Nakosti. Thank you so much for the opportunity. BioWare Kenya. I'd like to also acknowledge the Youth Enterprise Development Fund. I also like to really, from the bottom of our hearts, appreciate CHUKA University Administration, appreciate the movers and shakers. Thank you for this warm reception. Thank you so much. And also the Youth BioWare Secretariat, who we are here. Thank you so much for making your time to come here. And to conclude with an announcement, we're going to have the official launch of KYBNet, because we were looking towards having, members from every county, and it is better when we actually come and see us. So if you need representatives from Tharaka Nithi, you are the guys to come. Instead of maybe calling you and you're wondering which group is this, but we've now come in person, so it is going to be better and a bigger conference, launching KYBNet after people have actually seen us and can associate with us. Then the Youth Bioscience Congress. We also have a BioWare website, which is www.kbic, like you can see from the roll-up banner, www.kebec.or.ke. We also have a Facebook page, African Youth Biotechnology Network, and Twitter, Africa YBN, Africa_YBN. Thank you so much. God bless you.